Hi everyone, today we're in the front garden. We're going to be pruning some climbing roses. I'm going to get Richard up a ladder. We're doing some weeding and then we will be doing some planting. And I thought I'd bring you along, let you see what we're doing and the new plants that I'm putting in this front garden. If you're new to my channel, my name's Annette and this is Cottoverdi, and we garden here in South Buckinghamshire in the UK, which is equivalent to a zone 8B, 9A. I did like a little slash between those two zones there. We get down to about -5, -7 maximum. So it's just a really lovely temperate climate here with a lot of rain. Anyway, I thought I'd bring you along. I'm going to start with pruning the climbing roses. I've got 3 James Galway climbing roses up the front of our house. Now this is a northeast facing wall, so it gets a little bit of morning sun, really not much at all, and then it's in shade the rest of the day. And these climbing roses do really well there. It's a David Austin rose called James Galway. It's beautiful pink colour, and I've done loads of pruning videos about these roses, so I will link them below if you'd like to take a look about how I train the climbing roses. But to cut a long story short, I train them horizontally to get the maximum number of blooms from them each year, and I'm just going to go and take a look at them, see what needs taken out and cutting back and training horizontally because I want as many blooms as possible this year. I'm also going to be taking a look at our star jasmine, Tracheospernum jasminoides, because last year we made a harlequin sort of climbing frame for it, and I need to tie some of those in, so I'll also be doing that. Anyway, let's get cracking with some pruning. So these are the James Galway climbing roses. This one is the most vigorous, and then I've got 2 more, one there and one further down there. I think I'm going to start at that end over there and work my way towards the lawn. So I already cut some of these back in the autumn, and you can see that they're starting to shoot already. And every single one of these, because these are trained horizontally, every single one of these shoots that's forming here is going to create beautiful flowers on the end of it. But what I need to do is tidy up the very top. So I'm going to have to get Richard up a ladder, and he can start just chopping off all these little side shoots and bringing them back down to one node, and then the same thing will happen next year. We'll just get even more shoots coming off them. So we're trying to train it over the window here. It's taking quite a while. I feel like it's kind of stopped there. It's not going much further, but these shoots that go upwards are really vigorous and we get loads of flowers from them every year. So I'm just going to cut all of these back to one shoot or 2 shoots, and I'm going to take off anything that's thinner than a pencil. I don't want that. And anything that's going backwards towards the wall, I don't want that either. this is the first one done. We're essentially creating a fan shape. I'm trying to train it up over the window. I've managed to lengthen a couple of these branches this year. I've tied this one into a little screw over here behind the drain pipe. So hopefully that one will start training across here. But I should have loads and loads of lovely roses this year. Very excited. What we are going to do now is sprinkle food around the base of the rose. So we'll just sprinkle some food around the base and then we'll give it a mulch. Roses are super hungry plants and they really like a good feed and a good mulch. So I'm just going to do exactly the same with this rose. I'm going to chop off all the little shoots back down to maximum of 1 or 2 buds. Some of these are growing really fast. Everything's shooting this year. So this is new foliage from this year, so I'm leaving this. So whenever we're tying in roses, try and make a figure of 8. So always wrap the thread round and then twist it, because that will prevent the branches rubbing against the wire. And then if your wire is a little bit loose, just tighten it up with your turnbuckle. This is the monster one. Takes a little bit of controlling, but I'm so happy that it's doing so well. This just goes to show how big one James Galway rose can get. I think it's fabulous. I don't know why this one is bigger than the others. Perhaps it's just a better hole. This is a temporary driveway, so we haven't even really got proper beds there. Finished. So we've done all 3 James Galway. We're now going to go and do Madame Alfred Carrier, which is absolutely enormous, doesn't flower particularly well, and we just need to tackle it. I'm trying to train it in the hope that we get better flowers. Let's take a look at it. So this is a beast of a rose. It grows really fast, and I just haven't had great flowers from it. This is Madame Alfred Carrier. You can see that it's grown above the wall here, which is of considerable height. I've never measured it actually, but it's quite tall, very old. The rose isn't old. We planted it quite a few years ago actually, but so it's fairly old, but it just doesn't do so well. And the reason I chose this one is because Monty Don said it did well in shade, and this rose gets quite a lot of shade. Anyway, let's just prune this one down. I'm not going to talk through it, I'm just going to show you us pruning it. So I've chopped off everything I can reach. I'm going to get Richard to go up the ladder and do all the stuff at the top. There's so much. I can't believe how much this rose grows in just 1 year. It's phenomenal. I just wish it had all the flowers to match. We finished. This was such a monster job actually. I don't think we're going to have time to plant anything today, but I am going to go and tie in my star jasmine. Anyway, I thought I'd just let you have a look. I mean, it's hard to see with the wall because the wall's so dark, but we have created a fan shape. It goes right the way up to the top. So it's an incredible plant. I have no idea why it's so vigorous and yet it produces not very many blooms. Maybe this year will be the year. We're going to feed it and mulch it and make it happy, and hopefully we're going to have loads of blooms this year. I think I would be so happy if we had more than 10. So this is the wall where we have 3-star jasmine. You can sort of see the hash of the harlequin pattern where our cables are running. I got this idea from a country house that we visited quite a few years ago now, and I've always wanted one, and this is the wall I've chosen to put it on. So what I'm going to do is just tie in these the tendrils of these in the hope that they grow a bit more this year. They really didn't grow very much last year. Maybe they were just very young plants, or they were just settling in and creating lots of roots. I'm hoping that we get more growth this year and I can get my harlequin pattern started. roses here that we can barely see. This is a rosa called Banksii, and it flowers really early, like it flowers in April, so way before normal roses flower. And this is a white version that I have here. Now ignore the fact that there's peeling paint on the wall, because we don't care about that. I just wanted kind of a rustic look, and these are sort of rambling roses, like they're really messy. We only planted them last year and they didn't grow very much, but I've just tied in the bits that I could. There's loads of new growth at the base of the plant, so I'm really hoping it's going to put on a lot of growth this year, and hopefully I'm going to get loads of display because it's already leafing out all the way along all the stems, so I'm super excited about those. I know I promised at the beginning of this video that I was going to plant some plants, but we really have run out of time. It's getting dark, our outdoor lights have come on. So we're not going to be planting today, and it's freezing cold. It really is getting very cold at night, like -2 centigrade. Well, that's very cold for us anyway. I know it's much colder for lots of you at the moment. Anyway, we are going to call it a day. We've pruned 4 massive climbing roses. I've tied in the star jasmine and I've tied in the rosa Banksii. I'm really looking forward to having those blooms this year because I planted those after they'd bloomed last year, and they were really very small plants. But so this will be my first year with flowers. Anyway, I hope you've had some fun. I will be planting in the front garden in the next video or two, so do stay tuned for that, and I'll talk you through the plants that I was going to plant. I hope you've had fun watching us tackle these monster roses. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.